you're tuned into Community Roundup. Birla Institute of Technology and Science Pilani Alumni Association's Boston chapter organized Oasis 2014, a trip down the memory lane at the Westin Waltham, Boston.
Hi, this is Jharna Madan with TV Asia, and we're here in Waltham, Massachusetts, covering BITS Pilani Alumni Association's event called Oasis. BITS Pilani, a famous engineering school from India, hosts a 5-day cultural event called Oasis. The Boston chapter here is trying to recreate the same magic. There are over 4 decades of BITSians here tonight. There's a lot of energy and a lot of excitement. Let's show you around.
BITSAA International aims to strengthen the ties, friendship and communication amongst former students, alumni, faculty and friends of the institute. BITSAA International provides a number of channels for people to stay connected with each other and with Birla Institute of Technology and Science. At the Oasis 2014, all the alumni came together with their family to relive the moments of being a BITSian. There was a cultural program with lots of dance, music and masti. We spoke with the alumni and learned more about their experience and memories of BITS Pilani.
This event, we're calling it Oasis, and the reason for that is that back in BITS Pilani, we used to have a cultural festival called Oasis, which lasted 4 or 5 days. It was full of fun, a lot of competition, a lot of different colleges attending, and we all used to look forward to it. It was an annual event. So we wanted to recreate that magic over here in Boston. So we have around 400 people from BITS in the New England area. So we kept it open for everybody, and we have almost maybe 100, 150 here. And I'm happy that folks even from Chicago, Connecticut, New Hampshire came in. So it's the first time we're doing this, and I'm happy we got a really good attendance.
Prashant, the one fond memory that you have of BITS and why?
I met my wife. And you can see the spirit of the entire campus over here today, Jharna. We are more than 100 odd BITSians here in Boston, far away from home. Many of us are entrepreneurs, scientists, physicians. I mean, just incredible, people who have done incredible service, teachers. I'm so proud of the fact that we have contributed so much to our country and also, within the United States.
Probably my singing career started in BITS Pilani when I was ragged by the senior-most senior in Pilani, Prashant, whom I ended up marrying later on. He made me sing, and then people discovered that I can sing, and then my singing career started in Pilani. And then, of course, there's so many other memories. Oasis, we are here because celebrating Oasis, which is the cultural festival of BITS Pilani. And Oasis, I have very fond memories of Oasis because I performed on stage and met other artists coming from other colleges.
Wonderful feeling. I've not been to a Pilani event in quite some years, and of course you have a broad spectrum of people here, from 30, 40 years ago to people who just graduated last year. But there is something unique about BITS Pilani, and there are a lot of shared memories. Even though we weren't there at the same time, we experienced the same food and the same weekly events and all of the the cultural festivals. So there's a lot of shared history, even though we weren't together with many people. And I've got a few of my batchmates here as well.
We're here with Mr. Anupendra Sharma. He's one of the founding members of the BITS Pilani Alumni Association. Anupendra, tell me, what prompted you guys to kind of form an alumni association here in the United States?
So a classmate of ours died. And when he died, for many years we wanted to do something in his name. So I spoke to some of my batchmates, said, let's do a chair in his name. And the other two guys I spoke to, who were in New Jersey, said, hey, let's throw a party and raise money for this chair instead. So we had a music night just like this many years ago. We raised money that night, We raised, I think, $8,000 to $10,000. Prashant here was one of the donors that night. I think we sold him a Hussein, which was a good investment for him, but we sold him a Hussein. And then during that course of organizing the event, 9/11 happened. So that resulted in a huge outpouring of support for another classmate of ours who died on one of the planes that crashed into the Pentagon. And that tragic story led to the creation of BITSAA and many, many social things that now BITSAA does for it. So even though there are two classmates who were behind this event, it's turned into something quite major, and there's a lot of social work goes on. So good things came out of a tragedy.
We were all 16-year-olds, starry-eyed, had some aspirations, but what we discovered was tremendous friendship. Friends with whom we could share innermost secrets. The bond that we developed over there, it's hard to replicate anywhere else. Cumulatively, I must have spent more time with my colleagues currently. For decades I have been working, but still we haven't shared the secrets with my colleagues the way I shared my secrets with my college friends. I think that's what differentiates those college friendships from any other bonds that we develop in life.
There is nothing else to do outside of BITS campus. So campus is it. It's like a crucible. You're forced into, and fusion occurs. And that, I think, is the tightest bonding which people see. And that's very different than just about any other campus. That's what I like. I really liked it.
The hostel food wasn't all that great. However, we actually had a great time eating outside. So if you ask any BITSian, the number one thing that probably comes to their mind is this thing called paneer Maggi. We lived on it. That was probably the only calories that we ever took in, because it's the only thing that you could eat.